Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. How are you doing? Long time no see. So, as you can tell, we are doing a little get ready with me using CoverGirl. We got some new, we got some old, we got some good things happening. I tried to film this yesterday, but if you only knew what I look like, it's pretty much half of what I look like right now. But other than that, I will tell you a little bit about that in a few minutes. So if you are new, welcome. You're my returning three little subscribers. I thank you so much for coming back. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hype this channel if you can. I can use all the help that I can to get my little humble channel out there. So without further ado, let's get this party started. Okay, hi guys. So first of all, we're just gonna jump right into this because I got a little bit of things to do. I'm on my little summer class online thing here happening. I will do another video. I have two videos coming out, but I'm going to do another personal video, just kind of sitting doing my makeup and chit chat with you about what's been going on. That is probably going to come Tuesday. I will film that. But I do have like another video to do and then another video, so stay alert for that. First of all, my hair is up in a little bun right now because I just did a little workout, took a bath, and all the things. Not that that's TMI, but anywho, I did spray my face with this. You guys know this is the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Nourishing Milk. You can use this as a primer. You can use this as your setting spray. First time I used this, it wasn't really working with my makeup when I sprayed it as a setting spray, and it just looked like a hot mess. Okay, so I just decided to use this as a primer, which I have on my face right now. It's a little on the glowy, very refreshed side. So, I got mine on Amazon. I've had this for quite a while, since last year, before everybody started talking about it, hopefully. At least I think that's what everybody's talking about. But I've had this last year, and I saw everything on Amazon. So when I'm always on Amazon, I'm looking to see what CoverGirl has, what Maybelline has, L'Oreal. I go straight there. That's my little source right there. So any products that I will bring to you is going to be from Amazon mostly. It's very rare that I will tell you it's from Walmart that I went in store. But anyway, on Amazon, this is really good for refreshing. I did use this again yesterday, and everything was very fresh and moist and really nice and bright. So definitely check it out. If you have dry skin, this is definitely recommended. I don't. I have normal to oily skin, but this still makes your face feel very refreshed and clean and just ready for prep for, you know, your daily makeup, simple kind of look. All right. Next up, we are using CoverGirl Clean. Everything kind of clean fresh here today. I'm kind of embarking on this new cleansing type thing on my weight loss journey, but trying to instill balance. It's been a time, so I will talk about that in the video, like I said. But this is CoverGirl Clean Color Correcting Serum Moisturizer Primer. So this is also another primer. I have used this before when they first came out with it, and I liked it so much. But once I finished it, I just didn't return to it. I had other things going on and just couldn't afford it every time it went up. So this is a really good little base primer. You can use it by itself. You can use it under makeup, which I'm going to do. But this is really, really nice. It's like it's pretty much a color correcting. I know this is the orange shade. They have the green and the beige, or like a pink one for people for lighter skin, for medium skin. If you have different pigmentation, you guys know. This is the orange one, so I'm just going to use this. Normally I would say I would just use this today, but I wanted to do a little something that I started to do yesterday and filmed it, and it just was botched. So I'm like, yeah. I'm going to do, if I can open her up. Well, okay. There you go. That's about a pump. Let's do a little bit more. Just a smidge pump of this. This is an orange shade here. Now this may be a little freaky, but trust the process. I like to get in here and just rub it all in around the eyes where you need to. It color corrects. It's smooth. It's hydrating. It's really nice on the skin. Don't forget to do your prep. Always wear sunscreen. All the things. So this is really, really nice. When I wear this by itself, it's just like a little extra concealer around the eyes and just a little setting powder. Maybe a little touch of blush. and Bob's your uncle, then that's just all ready to go. A little setting spray, and you are good to go. Maybe one video I might just do that for you guys. But anywho, this is what it's looking like. It's very, very nice. It's moisturizing. Just sets down really nice. It corrects a little bit. It's not like a total correction, like where it just eliminate your texture or eliminate any things like that. But you could always spot conceal with that. But for the most part, ooh, let me take the girl down a little bit. Yes, I wear wigs, just so you know. And no, I don't glue down because I sweat like a hot box. Anyway, this is just what it is. You can just add a little concealer, spot conceal, and just go with the flow. That's what you know. All right, very good. If you have not gotten this or don't use it and forgot about it, take it out and use it again, even with the summer being coming up right now. I think it's highly recommended when you don't want to do too much during the hot days, and less is more, which that applies to life in any way. So that's where we're starting. Very, very nice. So we're going to use a little concealer now. This is the CoverGirl Trublend concealer. This is the Trublend Undercover Concealer. So I got mine also from Amazon. Usually you can find these in Walmart, but a lot of times they don't ever have my shade, like a deep golden, and this is what this is. So I like this concealer a lot. I ran out of it like a couple of years ago, and I've been trying to use other concealers, but it's like I really miss my concealer from CoverGirl because that's a good concealer. It just hides. It does what it needs to do. It takes care. You don't need very much, really anything of it, but it is just really, really nice. It blends really nice. I've heard people compare this to like Shape Tape, but honestly, I don't really see that. I have a, where's my brush? I've seen where I do have like a little bit of like a little tiny mini Tarte concealer, and I mean it does cover, but I think it's not really, for me, I don't think it's a dupe. I think it works really nicely, but I think just concealers just have their own sort of, I want to say, formula. You know, depends on how you blend it. If you use a sponge, if you use a brush, you know, this has really good, coverage. Is it a Tarte Shape Tape? No, but I mean, it gives you good coverage. Some people I've heard say it's very drying under their eyes. It's just prepping your eyes, prepping your skin. It wouldn't be so dry. You don't want to let this sit too long because it will dry quite fast. But, you know, if you moisturize and depending on the primers that you use, has a lot to do with it. If you feel like it's patchy or anything like that, I've heard a lot of people talk about it, and like I'm looking at my screen like, well, how did you prep your face? How did you prep your skin? You know, if you have dry skin, like I used to have that, because my skin, back in the day, it just goes through so much as you get older, and I'm 45 years old, so sometimes your skin will change in its, sometimes texture, sometimes the oils. You still will have oils pinking out, but for the most part, you know, you'll go from really dry, like normal to dry, to really dry, sometimes to be combo. It won't make up its mind. You just don't know. So, and sometimes it's just really oily, and like during the summertime, it could just have a whole personality on itself or something. But, you know, you just really, depending on your skincare, like for summer, like spring and summer, I just always separate those two kind of skincares. Like for the spring and summer, do your really high moisturizing, hydrating, kind of little to medium coverage depending on, like just cover the things that you need to cover. And then like on, you know, fall to winter time when it starts getting cold, just up the ante a bit, you know, with certain skincare, switch out your products. So I have like two different sections of skincare, but some of it for me, it doesn't really vary too much, maybe in a serum or something, but I always go with a cleanser, a toner, a serum, and a moisturizer. Always sunscreen, always. But that's kind of what I do. I keep it very simple, not extra, not too much, just keep it simple. And when you do your makeup, let your skincare sit in your skin. It makes your makeup a whole lot better. It doesn't give you too much patchiness, not unless you're having some kind of skin situation that day. Just really prep your skin and let it sit in your skin, let it hydrate, let it just do all the things it needs to do. That's how you're ever going to see any progress with anything, especially with your makeup going on really nicely and almost flawless, and I guess what you guys could say the filter or something. So that's kind of what we have here. As you know, I start off with a concealer always. That's just me. That's just how I like to do. So even with this primer, the color corrector, when you just do a concealer and you blend it out like this and just do like a little cream bronzer blush and set with a powder, that's it. Like do your brows and mascara, you are good to go. But this is really, really nice so far. But we're going to take it just a little bit step longer here. I'm going to use this CoverGirl Clean Blurring Skin Tint. This is SPF for 30. I am in the shade 450 Rich Warm. I wore this yesterday. It wears very nicely. But I do want to share with you one quick other little options here. I don't know about you guys, but I have like other foundations you could use. Like this one, perhaps this one here, the Trublend Matte Mane, and from CoverGirl. This is like my favorite foundation to wear during the summer. This is so nice. It's matte. It's not too matte without being drying, but it works through all the hot days, the sweating days, all the things. Even with my normal to oily skin, it doesn't leave you like flat and matte and just dried out or anything. It's very moisturizing. Like I said, it depends on your skin tint, your moisturizer. But this is very, very good. This is like a holy grail for me. This is very, very good. So I have this foundation as well. This one here, the CoverGirl Clean Invisible. This little thing, you know, they've had the other little tubes with the blue top or with the brown top or something. So they just took those two and put it in a little tube. And it's a little more formulated, a little more cleaner. Although I'm not quite sure what makes it clean, but it just makes it look like your skin. This is really good by itself. You can wear it like under your skin tint primer type of thing. A little bit of this goes a long way, but it looks like your skin, as well as this one as well. But this one just looks like your skin. It almost looks like you have no makeup on, no matter how much you use, but a little bit goes a long way. But, you know, you could always spot conceal if you need, but it just gives you a nice even coverage. So I highly love this a lot. I have been going through all my foundations and been going back to this one and another one I will mention about. But I'll mention that in another video. But this one is like a go-to for something clean, fresh, easy, not even thinking too hard on it. Very, very good. Other one is the CoverGirl Outlast. Now you guys know this is the red top. So I am in the shade 875 Soft Sable. So this is really pretty as well. It's a soft satin matte. It's really blendable. It gives you a little bit of a glow, but really matte. So it's almost like the foundation that you think could be high-end. It makes you feel like it's high-end from CoverGirl. This is a really pretty foundation. I find if you use this, for me, I don't know about you, but for me, it makes me feel like I'm wearing a high-end foundation. I have a few high-end foundations so far, and to be honest, they all are great because I'm very particular about which high-end foundations that I pick. But for me, this is like, okay, I feel like I have something luxurious on, and just like I'm getting all glammed just to be glammed and just for myself. It doesn't have to be for anybody else. So this is one of many foundations of a drugstore that I like personally. So if you are into that glam, if you got an event or something and you know you don't have the money for the high end, check CoverGirl out. She still is available in the red cap. Definitely check out Walmart in store, on Amazon. Get the girl. She's worth trying and getting. Definitely highly like this. So it's very, very nice. Okay, so I'm going to go with this skin tint today. I got a lot of things I got to do today. So this is how much we're going to use. We might use a smidge more, but this is what we're going to use. You can be careful about how much you squeeze out, but it is very matte, but very nice. Da-da, da-da, da-da. Snap on there just like you need. Tap it on out. See, spots? There you go. Now, blend away. Now with that primer we just used, you don't need much, but just like enough to cover and keep things looking even. But this is a really good skin tint. It is matte. You would think with a skin tint like this, well, we can use a little bit more. You would think with a skin tint like this, it would be a lot oily or anything, but it isn't. It's really nice. It's really lightweight. You can do a little bit like I just did. I feel like I want just a smidge more, so I'm going to use my sponge for that, because I just like to place it in certain ways. So I'm just going to use a little bit on my hand right there, and I'm going to spread it out on my little sponge and kind of dab where I wanted to keep a little more attention to, and like around the eyes a little bit more, because girlfriend needs some sleep. I have a day off today. I had it yesterday, but I did a little self-care, which was way overdue. And I did a mask for the first time in I don't know how many, well, it's been over a year or two, honestly. So I did like a little Korean mask, and it was one that I had, and it was so refreshing, guys. Oh my lordy. I mean, you got to take time to take care of yourself, honey. You are only one person. You can't do it all. But anyway, this little bit right here just does me wonders. It was so nice. I had got some sleep. I was off and on sleeping back and forth because I just was so exhausted. I just could not. I was over it yesterday. But anywho, this little bit right here, this does what it needs to do. It blends. Just doing a little sponge. You go over your brush marks and smooth everything out. And you look all well put together. You don't look like you have a lot of makeup. It just looks like your skin. And you are just blending away. And make sure you get in those little creases sometimes. They're hard to get. All right. There we go. We are looking set and prep and ready to go. Love it. All right. Okay. So we're all blended, ready to go. So before I do any powder, so you guys know, CoverGirl has come out with a Sun and Sculpt Trublend situation here. Got this on Amazon too. So, I'm in the shade dark. It's shade 60, called dark. I did order another shade because I did test this out yesterday, thinking I would, do a video, but But this is a little more of a natural tone on me. I would say kind of, it's buildable, but it's not as dark as I thought it would be, because I didn't want to get too dark. But this is really nice, and if you don't know, it has a pump. You can use it as a pump. You can see that. And then you guys know, which I'm sure you saw reviews, this also has a dopey foot, which is very nice. So we're going to use this as a dope foot. So as you can tell, definitely like literally my skin tone, but just maybe a hair dark, and I mean not even a darker hair like the hairdo I'm wearing, but just a little bit on the natural side. But you can build this up. Like I said, I did order another shade, a little bit the deep dark, I believe. So that should be coming in Saturday. So I'll be at work, but I will try to get that out for you, or at least show you that that shade. But I could work with this. You can use it as a foundation as well. That's what I've heard. Let's do it as a little bit of a nose, because that's what I did yesterday. So I say last night. We're gonna do a little contour on the nose. Take a little doe foot. I love this little doe foot. You can do so many little cute things with it. Shape out your nosies. Little contour out your nose. That's just awesome. Do a little bridge work without the surgery. All right. We are going to blend her. This does give you a little bit of sculpting, or really a good sculpting. Just depends on where you want to do it. This is really, really pretty, I will say, for the little bit that I did use and build up. This is very workable for the shade, but I do like it. I don't worry about so much it being the dupe for like Makeup by Mario. I have not tried his yet. I do have the other enhancer bronzer that he has, but I just don't have the one that's emulating this one that everybody's talking about. Maybe one day I'll get that, but I got to finish one up first before I even attempt that one. But I don't know if it's a dupe or not, but I'm more concerned like, well, it's similar to the product, but if the product works, and it doesn't have to be the dupe or the original to what like Makeup by Mario or Patrick Tai is doing, as long as the product works and it's just as good, if not better, or maybe could use a little something, I don't know, but if it works, that's what I'm concerned about. I'm a girl on a budget. I'm paying through school myself. I'm taking care of my own situation. honey, you know, sometimes we can afford the expensive stuff once in a blue moon, but let's keep it real. We need something that's going to work, and, you know, depends on how you use it. Just get your right shade. The blendability is there. You can't go wrong. So hopefully I'm not going to talk to you guys too quickly because it's about 20 minutes in. But yeah, as long as the product works, you know, there's no skin on my nose with that. We're just going to build this up just a little bit, and I will be right back. Okay, next up, we're going to do a little powdering. Before I even go further with that, let me just say that CoverGirl also has a little blush bombs, little like cream, the powder blush bombs. I do have one or two, but I could not find them for the love of me. So I will put that in another video because I feel like we're going to do like 2 parts to CoverGirl, just because I want to, you know, show you the foundation and just the kind of reminder. And we do, because I have a bunch of well, I'll say like a bunch, but a good handful of eyeshadows that I want to show you. So we're just going to pick up on, you know, certain things of this, you know, do like a part 2. Just pick up on certain little things and show you. You know, I feel like it's going to be a part 2. Anyway, we're going to do this. You guys know I have used this a lot of times on my channel. This is the Instant Wrinkle Blurring Pressed Powder by Simply Ageless. Yes, I am a girl of that age and proud of it. But I like a little blurring under my eyes. We got to blur some things, honey. We got to take time to blur on a budget. This probably could be controversial for a lot of people. There's a lot of other blurring. Like I know NYX has a really good one. I can't stop using that one for some reason. It's like I completely disembarred this one and used the NYX one. That is an ultimate powder here, but I do still like this one. So I like to keep it really simple. But since we're doing the whole thing of CoverGirl, I mean, why not bring this back out to play? This is really, 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 really nice. It gives you like a nice soft blur. For me, it's not too crazy, but it's like an everyday blur. It's very soft on the eyes. I like it. I really can't say anything bad about this, but I guess if you're younger, you probably wouldn't like this because you're so used to high-end things that are blurring. Drugstore, like I said, they weren't doing a lot, but now NYX has that, which I do also enjoy. But this one, this is like my baby. This is like my first blurring introduction to things. So it's like I couldn't afford Huda, which I still have. It's like a little small mini one. But when I couldn't afford that, or even want to get that at the time, it was like I have CoverGirl. Like this is enough blurring for me. And if I didn't have CoverGirl, I went to Dollar Tree. You know, they have that essentially Ageless at Dollar Tree. I mean, you could definitely use that, and I've used that many times. I do have a Dollar Tree video coming up for you. But for the most part, like those two, like the Simply Ageless and the essentially Ageless line, I think that's what it is, from Dollar Tree. Those were the two. These two were the only blurring powders I have. So now I still have the Huda, which I haven't used in a while, but I have the NYX one, and now I got a Tarte one. So, you know, I do have like one high-end one, well, 2 high-ends and 2 drugstores. So I think that's about it on that level. But this was like my first or second one that I've used. So this is very nice, and that's what I needed to do. It brightens a lot. I'm in the shade, this is in the shade Soft Honey, number 250. So I'm just going to powder the rest, and then we'll get started with everything else. Okay, so I finished the little powdering. So I'm going to use a little bit of my CoverGirl Clean Invisible setting powder, because we have another little finishing powder that CoverGirl has also come out, a little skin enhancer here. So definitely, we're going to definitely try that. So it seems like a nice little finishing, but we're just going to use a little bit of this this powder first. So this is like one of my favorites. So I'm just going to do lightly powder, and then I'm going to go ahead and do my brows offline, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so what I wanted to do here really quick is show you using this brow pencil. This is CoverGirl's Brow Pencil, Easy Breezy Brow Microfine and Define Brow. This is my second time using this one because I used it yesterday. This is a nice pencil, but there's sort of a thing with me with CoverGirl brow pencils. They used to be really good for me, but I found sometimes the brow pencils, I don't know if it's just me or not, but I don't know, they just don't seem to be pigmented enough or what, I don't know, but I didn't like them as well. Like, there's just something I can't explain, but I wanted to show you, like, this brow turned out pretty decent, But I just wanted to show you really quick, like, why, for some reason, I do not know why I just can't get what I need to get from this particular brow pencil. I like the one that is, like, with the pen and everything on it. So, because I don't have a lot of brows, and I'm not about to get any micro blading or anything of the face. So, I mean, I rely on my little pencils to do what I need to do. And I like sort of my brows to look like they're just almost natural, but then like a little bit more hairs than what I have. And sometimes I can get my brow pencil to do what I need it to do. Sometimes it's like it's not even giving me pigment, and like you can see, like I have to kind of go back over it so many times, maybe for pigment. It's a good brow pencil. It's better than a few of them that I have tried, but it's just not my jam. I don't know why. I don't know what it's like. I'm so used to the pen per se, that kind of, you can just kind of flick your hairs up like that. Maybe I'm just used to that, but for the most part, I just don't know why I don't like the CoverGirl eyebrow pencil. This one's a lot better than what I have used before. I like the little skinny pencil brow pencils because they just do a lot better. But sometimes I feel like I want the pen version. So I'm not very good with doing my brows, but at least to try to look like I have something up there. I call like your brows the curtain rod for your eyes, because you got to have some kind of curtain rod in order to do the nice colorful curtain on your eyes. You know, that's like your eyeshadow. So you got to get your curtain rod right. And sometimes mine just don't want to show up. Sometimes it's just like, what are you doing to me? I don't know. It's like, are we showing pigment? What are we doing? So this one is okay, but I don't think it's my complete favorite. But I will continue to work with this and let you know towards the end of the month what I feel like this is. At least how I feel like, if it's better, or if there's another one that you guys know about. Don't forget to let me know in the comments. I will definitely try to get a little bit better about reading my comments. I have just been so busy. But let me know if you know of a really good brow pencil from CoverGirl that I have not tried yet in the comments for me. So let me finish this up real quick and we will get started with the eyeshadow. Okay, so we're going to start with eyeshadow because I want to kind of hurry this up. I feel like this is getting way too long. But just try to get you guys sort of used to some things at CoverGirl if you have not used them already. I'm a big fan of CoverGirl. So I have a couple of CoverGirl clean eyeshadows. I did have another eyeshadow from CoverGirl, and I'm still on the lookout for it, so maybe I'll do that in another video with my two-parter. But anyway, I have the CoverGirl clean eyeshadows. This one is in Candlelit Burgundy. One shade is definitely missing. That just kind of fell out on me for some reason, but you know how shadows are. But we're still going to use this. This one here is the Dreamy Pink. This is very pretty on today, on a day like today. So we're going to do a little soft pink with a little bit of this burgundy shade here. So that's the two I'm going to use to kind of blend them together. They're very nice. I'm going to also show you or tell you I have this here. This is the Classic Smoky. This is like your black and grays with a little touch of champagne there, a little champagne silver. It's a little silver, but it has like a little touch of champagne into it. But this is really pretty on those really smoky days. I have used this black, which is very pigmented and intense. I've used that as a liner, so definitely works out for that. One of my favorites, you know, I'm neutral here. This is your Golden Toffee. So this is like my jam. This is like, you know, the one and done kind of moment when you want a smoky brown eye. It's just a thing for me. Love it. And this one here is also a shimmering beige. So this is like your taupey colors, like a little bit of brown, some taupey shades in there, a little highlight. You can just use like the, you can use some of these shimmers for like a one and done, like use this in your crease and maybe one of these shades, like that one, like use these two colors and be one and done. Use the smoky palette, the black, or use the Golden Toffee and use that dark brown for a liner. Works just as nice. I've done that many times. So these are just a few that I have. So because this video may go a little too longer, I'm just going to use these two here, and I will just kind of tell you what I did and all the things. So I'll be back in a flash. Okay, so I'm back. So probably only a few seconds for you guys. So here's what I did really quick. I took the Dreamy palette and I really combined these two matte shades and just kind of blend them on the eye. And then I went in with this deep burgundy shade and did that right on the ends. Just kind of did a little angle there. And I took this little deeper peachy shade here, a really deep, has like a little bit of golden into it, but just a little bit of peachy shade, and did that right on the inner part of the eye. And then I took this shade, went back into the Dreamy palette, and I just took this and that shade, or really these two shades here, and did a little brow bone, and I took that shade and I put it on the inner corner. So that's what you got there. So about 30 minutes in really quick. I'm going to do a quick liner, just going to show you what I am going to use. It's a CoverGirl, and I feel like, of course, everything here is CoverGirl. I don't know that anybody does ever use a gray liner or a colorful liner sometimes, so I'm going to use gray. I do like a brown liner all the time. Once in a while, I do like a black liner, depending on my mood and stuff like that. It gives you a really nice, defined, and sexy, smoldery look. But today, I didn't want to go too harsh. This is a gray tone. This is also a liquid liner from CoverGirl. This is really, really pretty. Definitely give this a try. Really, gray and pink are really, really pretty together. So let me show you what that looks like. I'm going to do this side, and I'm going to show you what it looks like on this eye. Okay, so this is what it looks like on this eye. Just wanted to show you, it's almost like a cool tone gray, but you can build it up a little bit. But it's really, really soft and pretty. Not too harsh on the eye at all. So I'm going to show you what you can do. I put it very close to the lash line. And the brush here is very, very thin. So it's almost, I like to call it a, like a really tight, thin calligraphy pen, or like a little brush, because it's so small. But you can do a wing with that. I don't do wings. I do like little tiny baby things. So I like to keep it very close to the lash line and over my long curly lashes of mine. I don't wear lashes, of course. I use serums. That's what I do. But I like to put this like across the my lash line, and you could do like a little swoopity swoop. I do like a little bit, not much, and it dries down very quickly. You do have a couple of minutes of little bit of wetness to it, but when that happens, I like to take a little angled brush and give this a little couple of dry seconds. Take like a little flat angled brush, and take the tip of it and kind of smudge it a little bit, and you could really, I'm gonna say like maybe define it just a little bit, or smudge it to a really pretty liner. That's what, oh, that's giving me a little something there, isn't it? Just kind of give you a little bit of height with the eye. Let it dry really quick, and then I take just a little bit of brush and just kind of sweep it over. I don't know why I do that. I think it's like when it dries down, you just kind of smooth it out. That's just my little thing of doing. So that is what it looks like there. You can take this and put it on the bottom waterline, but I just don't right now. I want to keep it very light and just keep everything up, not too heavy, not too much. There you go. Okay, we're going to go in with the bronzer. Okay, so we also know the CoverGirl Skin Enhancer has the Big Luminous Bronzer. Love this thing. I cannot stop using this spring and summer right now. I love it. I love it. I love this. Is so pretty. It gives you a nice glow. It does warm up the skin. I cannot speak of this bronzer enough. Like I do have my Milani one, but I always am using this one. Like I love the Milani one as well, but for that kind of like a little bit of glow, a little bit of, you know, just something that this bronzer is doing, I can't tell you in words. I mean, if you don't already have this, it's just giving me warmth. It's giving me a little sun-kissed moment. It's just, look at that. I mean, I think you can kind of tell what's happening. Even at the, I'm going to turn this little brush around. Even at the moment, this bronzer is just so nice. Now, I don't know if you like a little golden. I don't think this one is for you. But this is definitely a matte, but it has like a little touch of shimmer that is not giving you like a highlighted face like you guys used to do back in 2016. But this is just so nice and flattering. A lot of people have compared this to the Hourglass. I'm sure it is. It's kind of giving that. But I mean, I've always wanted the Hourglass bronzer, but I'm like, I can't spend that on a thing like that. I can't. Like certain things I will, but CoverGirl did it for you. You know, it's so nice. It deserves to say it twice. It's so nice. A little bit goes a long way, but it just warms up the skin. It's so pretty. Cannot put this down. This is awesome. I'm in the shade 330 Sweet Espresso. Love it, love it, love it, hands down. Let me go ahead and do the blush. We got the blush here. We are doing Skin Enhancer Baked Blush. This is the shade Rose Latte. I love the Rose Latte. This is pigmented on its own too. Like I said, if I had the balm, we could, you know, the balm stick blushes, we could definitely layer. But today we're keeping it simple. Just like doing a lot of powders today, few things. This is very pigmented and very, very pretty on the skin. It's so nice. They have different shades. I mean, this is just explainable, explanation, explainable. I can't even say the words. It's just giving just really sheer prettiness. You can build this up however much blindness you want to go with the blush blindness kind of happening. I'm one of those where, oh, and my mirror is shaking. I like this. I like to kind of blend it down a little bit so it doesn't look so in your face. You know, go back in and just add maybe a touch more. This does give like a little bit of a sheen. It's almost like a highlight situation. So you can always add and blend out all the things. And like I said, I just kind of soften it so it doesn't look so makeup-y, I guess you could call it. And there it is. There it should be. Okay, I'm going to go offline and do the other side. Okay, so we are coming back to the CoverGirl Trublend Skin Enhancer. This is the finishing powder. So I got this online last night or the night before, and it came today, thank goodness. So this is the shade Cinnamon Roll, which sounds really good right now. So this is shade 520. So we are going to kind of finish this off. I already sprayed my face a little bit. It wasn't with CoverGirl, but you know how it goes. We are going to use this one. This is like a really almost drying, it feels a little dry, but like really buttery kind of feel. But nevertheless, I trust it. We're going to use a little brush here. Dap, dap, dap. And we're just going to do a little light finishing powder. And just kind of finish everything over. Supposed to be a luminous matte situation. And this is looking very nice. To be very, oh, look at that. Give me some glowiness here. Shut the front door. Okay. We are looking mighty nice. Very nice finishing. It's almost giving me that, almost a LYS effect. And you guys know I like to finish my skincare or my makeup with that kind of powder. This is very pretty. I like that. Okay, CoverGirl. I hear ya. Like it. Okay, let's get on to these lips. Okay, we're going to go in with the CoverGirl, everything CoverGirl. We're going to go in with this mascara. This is the Lash Blast Bond. Okay, this is in the purple packaging. We're going to do a little 1 or 2 coats of this. Then we're going to get into the lips real quick. Okay, we're going to do a little, since my lashes are curly, I like to go from the top, comb them down, and then brush them right back up. That is what I like to do. I got long lashes and kind of keep them rolling. Ooh. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. It's kind of hard to talk when you're doing mascara. You don't want to poke out your eyeball. Alrighty. Okay. The last but not least, the lips. So CoverGirl also has come out with these. These are not new. I've tried one of these before, but these are 2 new shades. This one is, they have the CoverGirl Outlast lip stains. These are very pretty. I just picked up 2 new ones. This is the shade, what are you? This is like a natural blush here. And this one kind of coordinates with my squishy lip balms. These are awesome. I've had these 2 for a while. This one is in the Fresh Plum. These 2 are just delicious together. I'm sure we'll have to do a lip combo one day. I don't know which one I'm going to use, but this one, little pink shade, this is the shade, what shade are you? This is called Epic. I like that. And this another squishy one is Raspberry Twist. So because I feel like we got a little pink thing happening on without looking so pink-eyed, I don't know, what are we feeling today? I did this one yesterday, but I feel like I need to show you that again. This one's really, really pretty, so I'll do a little with something else. Let me do this combo, and I'll be back, and we'll just finish out everything else. Alright, feeling lippy. Goodness, we are at hoarding in this. I'm so sorry, guys. I can do a little fill in, a little lint line. These stains, these last for a good while. Just don't drink anything with a lot of oil on them, or drink anything with a lot of oils or anything. I don't know why you would drink anything with oil. It's kind of, ooh, that's deep and pretty. Ooh, I like that. Okay, we're gonna do a little swishy, squishy lippy balm. Ooh, I like that. We're gonna go in with this one, the Raspberry Twist. A little twist. I need to get me another one. This is nice. I got this one on Amazon as well. Ooh. Ooh, sexy. This also has that little nice little tube and nice little squeezy part of it. I like that. Ooh, I like that, people. Must put too much on. All right. I don't taste my lip gloss. I don't like that very well. But this is very nice. It smells really nice. If you just buy it for the smell, then you got something good. But for the lip color, this is a very, very pretty look. So we are going to end the video here with my little craziness here. I hope you guys liked the video. So don't forget to like and subscribe. I don't know how you like the look. I love the products that we used today. I will do a part 2 and kind of do some other eyeshadows and stuff with you if you like. So I love you guys for watching. Stay tuned for 2 more videos, 2 or 3. But I love you guys so much. Mwah. Bye. Have a good day.